phone down.
Well, no, this will be a good hook-in.
No.
No, this will be a good hook-in.
We're not doing this.
No, but watch. This is a good hook,
Okay,
and then you
fine.
can just wait. Okay, wait. No. Okay. I'm
We've
gonna
been arguing about.
Stop. Karen, what were you going to say?
We have been trying to come up with a topic for 10 minutes because we're trying to be more mindful. Whereas we just shouldn't be mindful. We should just talk about what we want to talk about, like we always have. We're getting, this new plan and this new group that's trying to help us, and they have all this rigmarole they're supposed to follow. So we're like,
and then I'm doing a googly.
AI.
I'm doing a googly search, and then
AI.
I'm thinking it's just googly, and then Mike's like, no, it's AI, and then he comes in.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that you don't know right now that pretty much every search engine, they're going to have AI results.
So my Google search is now AI.
It's not your search anymore. You're throwing it into their AI, and they're giving the AI's results. Then you see the search results below.
Yeah. Well, okay, all right. What's your topic? I guess my googly is not a good one. I mean Google.
what did you just drop? Okay.
My
Earbuds.
earbuds.
All right. Well, this was a very organized way to get into our next topic of conversation.
Which is?
How to stop ruminating.
That's.
It's a self-help topic.
It is.
Okay, I'm going to tell you because I don't.
What, you don't ruminate?
No, I'm going to tell you how I do it.
Oh, okay. Tell us.
You're
Give us
saying
the
how you
technique.
stop, how you're able to
Okay,
stop.
first, as we all know, I'm really not an empathetic or person because I am.
What is the opposite of not being empathetic, Karen?
Well, you told me I'm not empathetic.
You told me you're not empathetic. You have no empathy.
You told me I have none. Well, so rumination,
Yes.
I believe, is one of the biggest inhibitors of human existence. Well, for working in a group, for attending meetings, for just having peace and not being anxious, I think that unchecked rumination is very negative. I think that there are some positive aspects to being a ruminator, right? Some fine thinkers come out of that.
Contemplative, not necessarily
I'm talking about
ruminative.
So, yes, there's a difference between contemplative and ruminating. Ruminating
Yeah.
is thinking of, so it's like having a trial and then thinking every 15 minutes for that afterwards, and then every day, and never being able to get off the thought of, if I had only done this, then this wouldn't have happened. It's rumination, when I define it in terms of negative, is wanting to undo, wanting to replay, having regrets, not being able to turn it off. What are you laughing about?
Because this is like a ruse. This is an indirect attack on me.
Okay.
Because this is bollocks. This is horse poop. This is insane. This is like complete. You are attacking the way you set this up. Wait a minute.
Okay, wait. You haven't even let me finish yet.
Okay, let's finish.
So
This is about me, Mike.
I am not talking about contemplative. I am not talking about, being rigorous in your analysis. I'm thinking about the involuntary act of replaying something that's negative over and over again until it becomes a symphony in your mind. Okay, sure, it is part of Mo. However, let me have my piece. Okay, here's the issue about it. All right, a lot of people cannot control it. That would be, i.e., you seem to control it. I'm digging it.
You are going further and further down.
The way she's like, it's not like, deep thinking. It's not philosophical. It's not. It's like impulsive and untethered. She's literally suggesting that I'm just some maniac.
Okay.
Untethered to me.
All right. Well, I started it. Okay.
Okay, that's good. What?
Okay. Well, here's my strategy for it.
Okay, what's your strategy for
First
me?
of all, Because I am
Oh, this is the best.
okay. Because I am apparently not a deep enough personal of a thinker.
This is precisely what I say to her
Yes.
when she criticizes
I'm
me.
slightly defective in that regard. No, but so I have a whole lot of
It's okay. This is a work therapy session. It's okay.
I have a whole lot of mechanisms that let me get
Yeah.
through life the way I want it to go. I'm very self-directive in that regard. And one of them is that I don't ruminate. Hardly at all. I really just don't. I feel it. I will let it go. And then boom, I cut it off and I stick it up on the shelf. Now, I know through therapy that is my trauma response that I did. I am segregated. That's how I deal with a lot of stuff. And when you don't have control over something, then you have to come up with strategies, right? Well, my strategy is very simple. Cut it off, put it up on the shelf, and stick it over there. So as a result, when people ruminate, I'm not going to say it drives me crazy, but I just keep saying you're ruminating. We'll tell them, yeah, I've heard that before. I've heard that 15 times before. You're ruminating. If you could just get past that, then maybe we can get down to business. So you've now heard my strategy for rumination and how to deal with it. Ignore it, put it up on the shelf, and all will be well. Okay,
So
we are now done.
Mike, help me. Mike, help me.
let me ask you a couple questions, Karen. When you're talking about stuff like this, are you talking about like conversations that you're ruminating on or situations, or is it just the way that someone may have reacted to something?
Oh, all of the above.
All of the above? Okay. So I would ask then this. Do you think about that kind of stuff before those situations happen, or you're just reacting to stuff in the moment and then never accessing it again?
Wait a minute. What do you mean?
Well, you just said that you don't ruminate about things. So you're not thinking about anything after it's happened. You're just automatically taking any situation, putting it in a box and not thinking about it. So if that's the case, you're not ruminating on it ever again.
Not exactly. What I do is, for example.
So you do ruminate then.
If
That's
I
what you're saying.
For a period of time and stop it. So for example, let's say I lose
How
a
is
case.
that any? You're saying unchecked rumination is where you're saying is a problem.
Correct.
Okay.
So for example, let's say I lose a trial. Like we lost Summer Taylor trial, right? Well, we win it against the bad guy, who we all knew was going to get it. But the state, they did not rule against the state, which they should have, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to think about that and be upset about that intensely, typically, because this is not the first time it's happened, right? Typically, when something bad happens, I will think about it and just be upset about it 3, 4, maybe 5 days, right? And let it all hang out. I will write about it. I will process it. I really will. I've learned, like, I'm not going to pretend it didn't happen. I am going to look at that.
So you ruminate on it for a while, but then you put it away and you don't allow it. You don't obsess about it, is what you're saying.
Correct. Then it goes up there. Yes, I do not obsess about it.
So I'm going to ask then, other people.
Yes.
Would you say that other people tend to ruminate more than 5 to 10 days? I'll say I'll make it a little longer. You said 5 to 10 days. They could ruminate years. That's what you're saying.
Years.
Okay. And you don't think that having that rumination of how I may have, how someone, or I'll use myself, how I may have reacted to something in the past, that it's negative if I continue to think about it and maybe utilize it in other situations?
I'm not going to judge you for it. I'm just going to tell you, for me.
That you put it in a box and leave it there.
For me, having to listen to it multiple times, it will irritate.
That's it. Okay, so you don't mind if he's doing it in his head. Oh, I'm sorry.
It
could
wasn't
be
just
he or
Mo.
she. It could be anybody.
It could be
They.
anybody. Yes. Yes. And it isn't just directed towards you, Mo. I mean, you're not the only ruminator around. There was a person I knew who ruminated terribly and knew it and couldn't stop. And I said, oh, well, just put a little I
You
said
try to do
use
diversion
Pavlov's thought.
therapy or whatever.
Yeah, just put a rubber band around and just snap yourself every time you do it until you snap yourself out of it. Did it work?
Did it work?
No.
Of course not.
It'll-
Well, I was going to say that's the part of this is, there's lots of different reasons for this, but part of this is mental health related because I do it. I ruminate. I'm ruminating about right now.
Yeah.
I'm ruminating about stuff that happened 20 years ago, just on purpose for this situation. But
because did I trigger that?
no, I brought it up purposefully for this, but there's other stuff that's going
And I
through my
know
head.
people do that, right? I know that people are wired differently and they cope differently.
Yeah.
And so
I don't.
but I can't help but be affected by other people's ruminations, and I just kind of
Some people can't. Some people have to remember that stuff for social cues type stuff. Like
Yeah.
I have conversations in my head so that I can remember how to do it the right way if I did something wrong in the past. And that literally has to do with me not being able to tell what somebody was trying to do and kind of making a boneheaded comment that I wouldn't have made if I was paying attention or noticed that kind of stuff, which I don't. So I have to remind myself.
I think that you're more normal. I think I'm more abnormal, truly. But I'm just telling you from my perspective. We want to talk about rumination, and then he started laughing. I can't imagine why.
Well, let me ask now. I'll flip this to Mo.
Yeah.
What do you think? How do you deal with rumination?
Well, first I got to acknowledge there are some elite human beings.
There are
They're elite human
superhuman.
superhuman, who are special.
Super ruminators?
No, they're special. They're so disciplined
Okay.
in mind, body, and soul. They're able to,
The power of dominance.
within 5 days, stop.
They control themselves so clearly.
Stop thought patterns and take emotions. Okay, take their spirit and soul and compartmentalize.
Sever it completely.
Compartmentalize into little
Amputate it. And stick it up on a shelf.
and put it
At will.
into cubicles, right? Into cubicles, nice with little expiration labels on them and a little note organized like a library with an index card where they can go in. And then in their homes, they have cards,
Just about
actual
to stop you.
cards.
Okay.
Okay, that like and the card is like
Okay.
alphabetical, and it says love, the emotion love, and then they go pull out love, and then there's a list of check marks, and then they go, and then there's empathy. Oh, E, let's go to E. Pull out E,
Are
empathy.
you sure they have that drawer?
I mean, Mike. And like these are elite human beings, superhuman powers, and I am actually in awe
You
of
are
being
not
in their
in awe.
presence.
You are not in awe.
Okay. This is taking too long.
Okay, so what's the question?
What's the power? How
is your
does
power?
rumination work as a positive for you, Mo?
It is a memory bank.
Yes, I agree.
It is a memory bank. My memory of what I think, at least what I've observed, as being the most important events are like filed in my head, and the nuances, the emotional nuances of why things happen and what happened and when it happened are so important. I ruminate on those and they inform who I am in the future. And yeah, there is a freaking downside to it because you do ruminate. And when you get involved in like the emotional aspects of it, but I don't see life as like a compartment. I think like emotion fuels everything. And I think like,
Do you feel that you ruminate about more positive things or about more negative things?
I think that I ruminate about consequences that leave you feeling not positively. Like I look at the process of what happened, and I go like, what happened?
It's really interesting because there's people
Yeah.
like even just in this firm who, or especially for lawyers, right? They're the positive ruminators. Those are the ones that are going to tell that great story about that great case and that great result at every social occasion, for every new person they meet, because it's so wonderful. It's still vivid in their mind. You know, a lot of people complained about old lawyers telling war stories, but how can you complain about it when that was the thing that they were most joyous about, right? And then there are the ruminators that are the negative ruminators that despite wanting to ruminate about positive stuff, just tend to be fed by a lot more of the negative. So the negative energy is always kind of front and center, in my opinion, when you do that. You're constantly trying to bring yourself up because you're ruminating about stuff that's negative. From me, the superior human being's perspective.
But I never said you were the superior human being.
I know you didn't.
That's not what I was saying. I was describing these elite human beings.
Rumination is a weird subject.
It is.
I mean, there's positives, there's negatives.
I don't like rumination. I am a philosophically contemplative person.
Is
I
rumination.
contemplate on life. And I contemplate on the life that I see, the life I experience, the life people experience around me, and I absorb all of it.
Mo, let's be honest and real here. You are a freaking ruminator.
I don't even think that's a word.
It is a word.
Ruminator is a word.
Mike, is that a word?
I'm not going to look it up because it is a word.
It's totally a word. How could it not be? Of course it
A
is.
ruminator?
And you know how much I've read?
To ruminate.
I have looked it up
Not even a word.
to make sure that I use it right because I use it all the time
Okay.
in my mind. Like, oh, they're ruminating.
You're ruminating.
They're ruminating again. And because I'm a person that consciously doesn't do that, it does cause me some irritation. And without blame. Like, I don't want that person, I don't need to feel bad that you irritate me. But I will be honest and say you're ruminating.
I will tell you this, and Kathy, my wife, will attest to this. She will say that I think about things a long time.
You ruminate?
I reflect.
Why won't you say it?
Okay, I ruminate. But I have a superpower.
Yeah.
I am very good at predicting what's going to happen.
Through your ruminations?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I see situations, and I'm very good. I go,
Because you got a catalog.
I go like, this is what's going to likely happen. This is where I think this is going, and these are the risks, and this is what's going to happen. And I'm fairly good. She'll say, every time we have this situation, stuff comes up, we talk, and then she goes, you were absolutely right about that person. You're absolutely right about that situation. And she's like, how the hell do you do it? And I think maybe because I freaking
No, it's because you remember all the things that you ruminate about. God,
I don't want to admit, but I just don't want to admit, Mike.
But I'll tell you, I do the same thing. And it drives Debbie crazy because we can't watch any TV shows without me knowing what's already happened.
Oh.
Like movies, TV shows, I almost always can predict what's going to happen.
See, and here I am.
Because it's patterns.
Yeah.
And it's easy to remember patterns when you're
true.
remembering this kind of stuff.
Yes.
But when I want to watch a TV show, I want to suspend my disbelief.
Yeah, I can't do it anymore.
I will always do it. I can do it. I watch a lot of cartoons because of my grandkids and stuff. Like, yes, I know all of, after some years, like this is this. But I will go in there like a child and I am going to suspend my disbelief. So by not ruminating, I am more in the present.
I used to be able to do that, but I've got too much information now. That's the thing.
You've been ruined.
It just happens automatically now.
Yeah. I mean, I was told it's a trauma response for me.
Yeah.
So that, it was a tool I developed as a kid to predict my environment.
How does someone who ruminates excessively, I mean, where is the line? Where is the line between healthy rumination and rumination that should be curbed?
I'll tell you at least how I know the earliest time that I started doing this stuff was I'm dyslexic. So when I was a kid, when they diagnosed it, it was because I would throw away my homework all the time.
Oh.
And the person that I had tutor me to work on it, she said, oh yeah, that's because you already know the answers, but you're too bored and you won't do it. And like, that was the thing. She said, you think really fast.
Yeah.
Like, you already know a lot of stuff, but because you do that, everyone else is slower and you don't like to be slow. So as I've gotten older, that's the rumination part where I'm always thinking about stuff and always, like, oh, how did I react to that situation in the past or whatever, and how to do it better than I did the time before. That kind of stuff, I think is how those behaviors start, you know?
Yeah.
It was me dealing with something when I was a kid, and then that was the way that I reacted to it, and that you continue to do that.
Yeah.
And maybe you can try and, you know, through therapy and stuff, try to recognize it and maybe make it more positive. But I don't think I would ever be able to
Isn't
stop
it tiring?
Oh yeah, extremely tiring.
Yeah.
Drives me nuts sometimes.
Can you tell me about that? Like,
Well, I've always got conversations going in my head. You know, like you said, rumination. It's like, okay, this happened. It'll be running, running, where everything's happening for days, weeks.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm not obsessing about it only though.
Yeah.
There could be multiples running at the same time.
Oh,
I could have 10 running at the same time.
yeah.
And then you got to remember, you're still having conversations with people and going through
And
life that's supposed to be
interacting
normal.
and thinking.
And all that's still going in your head,
Yeah.
you know? But it depends on what's obsessing me.
I think when you know, it's not healthy for me when it has physical like consequences, like not sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because then what happens is that, you know, sleep is so important. Without sleep, then you're not thinking straight.
No, it's worse.
It's worse, you know? And so that's when I know it's something that like I need to do something about confronting whatever it is I'm ruminating with, and then like plan appropriately and respond to it. Yeah.
What do? I use it as a superpower.
Yeah.
Well,
it is a superpower.
I mean, when I listen to you guys, I feel, you know, really like quite a shallow human being, but
It's just
honestly,
different.
I am
just
forward
different.
thinking. Like, and it, even though I say I put it up on a shelf, it is still part of my fabric.
Yeah.
And I am a very intuitive person, for
Yeah.
example. And a lot of people here have not just here, but like in our sphere, will have problems working with me because I am so intuitive. It comes out of me. It's not prepared. But everything that I experience goes into this massive Karen. And that's how I function. And the older I get, right, the richer that experience is. But I don't have that little, remember back when this happened because you didn't do this. And I am spared that.
That's why you have other people working for you.
That's true. That's true.
That's right.
That's the way life is.
I am, what is that called? I am a privileged person.
Well, it's not that. That's why teams work better than individuals most of the time, because teams can be built out of people that have individual specialties and then use those all together as a team. Whereas one person trying to do all that stuff has to be, what did you say, Mo? Superhuman?
All right.
Okay.